Say you're in a war, and your enemy has you outmanned, outgunned, and outmaneuvered. He's also defending his home turf and occupies the high ground. Do you A, leave it alone, or B, attack? If you're British World War I commanders trying to clear a path to your Russian allies through Turkey in 1915, you pick option B. The British military leaders decide they can take out the Turkish stronghold at Gallipoli and push forward overland to the capital, Constantinople. Before sending in ground, they plan to blast the enemy's forts off the cliff faces using long guns from their ships. But their only way to Gallipoli is through the very narrow Straits of the Dardanelles, which the Turks have heavily mined. The Royal and French navies launch attacks through the Dardanelles, and within no time, almost the entire fleet is blown up. The ships that don't sink retreat. Now's the time to give up, right? The Allied forces don't. They regroup for about a month. This gave the Turks time to gather more forces and strengthen their fortifications. As the Allies launch their land assault at Gallipoli, a merciless machine gun massacre rains down from the cliff tops. You'd think now would be the time to count your losses and go home, but against all odds, valiant troops from Australia and New Zealand managed to capture what becomes known as Anzac Cove. It's one of the few advances made by either side. By the time the Allies finally decide to call it quits, this tragedy of errors has racked up over 500,000 casualties.